earlier this evening, making his way into the arena with my partner, Ryan Sutton, at his side. It is tough alum Adam Sella. He will be taking on Colton Cole in our main event tonight, looking for revenge on that 28-second disqualification. But coming up next, it is Shane Schomidie. He'll be taking on Joe Roye.
It's time to bring out your next fight of the night. Please welcome to the cage, Joe Roye.
Coming to the cage, it is Joe Roye. Now, although Joe Roye has been on the bad side of some fights lately, he has changed up his camp and moved out to Tyson Griffin of the UFC's camp and says that that's going to be what it takes to win tonight. He has traveled all over the country, including working with Elevation MMA out in Colorado to get that cardio going. Look for him to try to avoid the ground. He wants to add punches and bunches and looks to definitely dictate where this fight takes place.
Man, I mean, that's commitment. That's commitment, taking yourself out of your comfort zone, going to some of these high-level gyms across the country, and see if that commitment turns into success tonight.
Joe had told me that he had issues with wrestlers, which is why he felt the move to Tyson Griffin's camp would better him. Tyson, a very good wrestler in the UFC. Now we're going to see how that plays out, if that works for his ability to stop the takedowns and keep this fight standing.
And his opponent, Shane Schomidie.
Making his way into the cage, it is Shane Schomidie. Shane Schomidie is a lifelong martial artist. Started into the world of karate by age 5. Started into the world of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu by 19. And by 21, he had found the world of mixed martial arts.
Yep. Bounced around from different sports, but found it, and now moving straight forward in his career.
As we go to our supplement superstore's tail of the tape, Shane Schomidie, 29 years old, 5'5", 145.2 pounds. Joe Roye, 25 years old, 6 foot tall, 150 pounds. Joe Roye did not make weight for this contest.
5 off the mark.
That's a tough one. That's
a
lot of weight. It also depends how much did he cut to get there.
Yeah, I mean, if he sucked really hard to get down there and those last 5 just wouldn't come off, let's see if that takes away some of the stamina, some of the endurance. But let's also see if that extra weight can pressure Shane Schomidie and make it a little bit more of a difficult night.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Shamrock FC Bantamweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the Metro PCS blue corner, a mixed martial artist that stands an even 6 feet tall and weighed in at 150.6 pounds. Fighting out of Overland, Missouri, Joe Roye! His opponent, standing across the cage, fighting out of the Metro PCS red corner, a mixed martial artist that stands 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighs in at 145.2 pounds. Fighting out of Springfield, Illinois, Showtime, Shane Schomidie!
I have to say, Ryan, it does not seem that the crowd likes Joe Roye here.
No, I don't know what old Joe Roye did to anybody in this crowd, but
they are not happy with Joe Roye as he gets ready here to take on Shane Schomidie. As you will notice here, a definitive height difference. Shane Schomidie in the red tape, Joe Roye in the blue.
Yeah, he's doing the smart thing too. Oh, I was gonna say he was doing the smart thing by taking the center, being the longer opponent, but Shane Schomidie blasted in.
This is not where Joe Roye wanted to be at all.
No, he came blasting in from about 18 feet away, but drove hard in, and now he's in a deep triangle, though.
Roye trying to sync up the triangle here on Schomidie. He really needs to reach up and grab his shin and try to pull down that foot.
Yeah, Schomidie's stacking him, but man, this triangle keeps getting deeper and deeper, Jeremy. That's it.
Oh, there it was. Joe Roye stepping in and taking care of business.
Yeah, Joe Roye slapped on that triangle, and it just kept getting deeper and deeper and deeper, forcing Shane Schomidie to tap out early. Didn't we just say something about not always good being dry whenever submissions are thrown up?
Absolutely. What this does, though, as we go to our Mattingly Lumber instant replay here, we see Joe Roye working that bottom position, gets the hip turn off of the cage. When that leg locks in and he starts to pull down on the shin, that's where he needed to be to make this one work.
Yeah, excellent transition, and just took his time, patience, kept readjusting when he needed to. Eventually, it got way too deep in a quickness.
What a great fight, though, there for Joe Roye.
Yeah, Joe Roye.
Something that it shows, sometimes changing up in a camp is what works.
Yes, you know, change is what makes you progress in this sport, especially if you haven't found success in other avenues. So looks like he made some very solid adjustments, even with Shane Schomidie wanting to take that fight to the ground and make it more of a wrestling style fight. Joe Roye said, okay, here's a triangle for your efforts.
Beautiful way to finish. Let's send it up to the cage to Joe Parisi to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, this one comes to a close at 41 seconds into the very first round. Your winner by takeout due to leg triangle, Joe Roye!
A lot of fan reaction here over the win of Joe Roye. We have had some great fights so far, but Ryan, we're going to move into the main card next, and we will be right back in just a few minutes here at Shamrock Fighting Championships 301, live from Ameristar Casino in St. Louis, Missouri.